Welcome to the channel. You are watching BangBets Daily, Thanksgiving 2023. And in this video, we'll be going over our football picks for Turkey Day. Let's get into it. First game up, we got the Packers hosting the Lions. I know I'm getting this video out pretty late. This game starts at 12:30, so if you're watching this, you might want to just skip ahead. This one might have already kicked off. But right now, man, the line's at 8.5. Totals at 47.5. Packers coming in this one off a nice home win against the Chargers. Lions coming in this one off a home win against the Bears. Defensively, the Lions have the 10th best defense yards per game in the league right now. 5th best rushing defense as well. But I've started noticing NFL, man, these stats and stuff, they don't really matter a whole bunch. It just depends on when and where they play in the game 9 times out of 10. But with that being said, give me the pack, man. I'm laying the 8. If it's up to 8.5, give me 8.5. I'm laying it. I think they can keep this game pretty tight. They're in the AFC North run-ins. And if you look back over their games, man, the Packers, how many games? Let's see. They got 1 14-point loss, 2 14-point losses. Those are their worst losses on the season. 14 points. Their average deficit is like 5 or less. So I hope they play the Lions tough here. I'm gonna take the pack plus the 8, plus 8.5, whatever I can get. Next game up, we got the Cowboys hosting the Washington Commanders. Total sitting at 48.5. Spread is at 13.5. I mean, this Washington team, man, I feel like they are really good. I honestly feel like Washington is a good team. They're just so streaky, especially offensively. Their defense plays pretty well, but offensively, man, their game depends on whatever type of day Sam Howell's gonna have. And I don't know if I can back him here, but I also really don't like laying 13.5 in a rivalry game, in a division rivalry game at that. I just think the spread is too big. Obviously, I expect Cowboys to win the game, but do they win by 2 touchdowns? It's the NFL, man. Come on. I don't know. It's Thanksgiving. It's prime time. So I'm gonna lean towards the under in this game. But as far as that 13.5 point spread, I don't really like it either way. I guess if I had to, I would take Washington just because it's 14-point cushion. I know the Cowboys have been playing great, but it's prime time. It's at home, rivalry game, division rivalry game. Give me the under, and if I had to, give me Washington plus the points. But for the sake of the video, the under is the official pick. And in our third and final NFL matchup today, we got the Seahawks and the 11th man hosting the San Francisco 49ers, who have now won 2 straight off their 3-game skid. Wins against the Buccaneers and the Jaguars. Seahawks coming to this one off a brutal last-second L to the Rams in a game that I backed them on the money line. 1 point, 16-17. Hate to see it, but if I'm not, oh no, that game was in LA. Okay, so they're back at home off a loss, hosting a San Francisco team on a 2-game win streak. Injury-wise, I mean, Geno's listed as doubtful. Kenneth Walker is listed as doubtful as well for the Seahawks. But outside of that, nobody notable on that list. I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of input on this matchup. I think it's a really ugly game in my opinion. I probably wouldn't put my own money on it. But for the sake of the show and the content and their entertainment, I like Seattle plus the points. I think they can at least keep it close. They've shown us they can keep games close. But it really, for me, it's really going to come down to obviously if Geno's playing, which I hope he is. If Kenneth Walker doesn't play, I'm cool with that because we can sip on Charbonnet. No worries there. But then for the San Francisco 49ers, man, you got Purdy, Debo, CMC. I mean, it's going to get treacherous for sure for Seattle today, but I do like them to at least keep the game close, if not win. And in the lone college football game today, I figured I'd throw this in for y'all, a little extra. But our lone college football game today, we got the Ole Miss Rebels taking on Mississippi State on the road. Mississippi State not having the best years. This spread's actually down to 9.5. I personally like that a lot better than the 10.5. Total sitting at 54.5. Mississippi State 5-6, 6th in the SEC West, 1 game off a bowl appearance, or bowl eligibility, I should say. Ole Miss coming in 9-2, and honestly, they got nothing left to play for in this game. They can't win the conference. They've got no chance at a national title. I mean, you're just playing this game, going home, relaxing, and then seeing who you got in the bowl game if you're Ole Miss. Win or lose. You know you got a bowl game, win or lose. And that kind of scares me a little bit because I don't know, what their mindset's going to be in this game, how they're going to come out, if the tenacity is going to be there, if the focus is going to be there, because they don't need the game. It doesn't make a difference on their season. Mississippi State, on the other hand, does need this game, and it can make a difference on the rest of their season and get them, one more chance to suit up, especially for their seniors. So, but even with all of that being said, I'm sticking to the guns. I'm going with Ole Miss. I know their quarterback, I think his name's Jackson Dart. I think he's listed at questionable right now. But if he goes, they're covering 9.5. I'm sure that's the reason for the line movement is the quarterback news. But either way, I feel really good about Ole Miss. This Mississippi State team hasn't showed me much of anything. Just to put it into perspective for you, Ole Miss, 12th best offense. Mississippi State, 182nd. Defensively, Ole Miss has the 175th best defense. Mississippi State's actually 122, so they're a little bit better defensively. But that offense, if you watch the Mississippi State game this season, you know what I mean. Their offense is just nasty, bro. It's nasty. And that's really why I'm backing Ole Miss here. I just don't see Mississippi State scoring points. If Jackson Dart does play, without a doubt, Ole Miss puts up enough to cover the spread and win the game. And to recap our picks for Thanksgiving 2023, we got first game up is going to be Packers. We got the Packers plus the 8, plus the 8.5, whatever they want to give us. Then we got the Cowboys and the Commanders linking up. I like the under 48.5 in that rivalry game. Then we got the Seahawks hosting the San Francisco 49ers. Give me the Seahawks plus the points in that one. And lastly, college football. We got Ole Miss taking on Mississippi State. That spread's actually 9.5 now, but I'll leave the 10.5 up there. But give me Ole Miss laying the points in that one. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Hit that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel for me. Get at me on TikTok at BangBets, at Lit757. We out.